Do not have a meeting venting session.
A venting session. Okay.
You ever have like, hey, let's get everyone together. Let's really be a team here. Everyone just kind of talk freely. It's a safe space. It is not a safe space.
Oh, we're talking about like a Brene Brown.
What did she say?
Well, she had like getting into the arena with one another, like getting raw and real.
Yeah.
Don't take.
Don't get into arena.
Don't be honest.
I know a lot. Do not be honest, America. Yeah, I know a lot of offices that thought this would be a good idea. Every month we get together, we have this meeting so everyone can just clear the air, hash it out, burn bridges, and then build them back. That's the dumbest idea I ever heard. If you burn a bridge, by definition, you can't build it back.
Yeah, it's done.
Burnt.
It's gone, and you just have to pick your lane. You got to pick your person or pick your people.
Would you ever drive over a bridge that was recently burnt?
No. Nope.
Don't.
The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist, 'cause sometimes you just feel mediocre. The mediocre dentist, the mediocre dentist. I am mediocre, you are mediocre, and that's not that bad.
Hello, everyone. My name is David Gall.
Oh, no.
We're not doing this one in accents?
No. Yours, no. You're just not good at them.
What?
It's a mix of, I don't even know where you're going with this, like Cockney and British. Like, what is it?
Hello.
No.
Hello. We are going to do this one in American English because we don't like fun on this set. When Aria comes to this set, we're going to have some fun.
She'll bring her best
little daughter
Louisiana.
comes. We're going to do this whole episode in accents.
Okay.
All right. Today,
who are
speaking,
you? You don't even know who you are yet.
I said, I'm David Galla. I'm the host of The Mediocre Dentist.
Okay. And I'm the boring Canadian co-host, Dr. Andrea.
And the idea is this set, we've been doing this show for like 3 months.
Yes.
This is our 4th month of doing this show. I kind of feel like this show used to be fun.
It used to be fun, and I've taken it down a notch.
And now it's
Isn't
not
that kind
fun.
of the status
Used
of
to
our
be the
relationship?
it used to be the kind of studio you could come into and talking whatever accents you want.
And have like magic, mystical future balls or whatever you gave it as its weird name.
Or my Russian accent. I like it that David Galler, you're a Dr. Galler. I like this.
You've never brought
the
this out
podcast
before.
used to be
It didn't
fun.
happen.
Now it's not fun. I
It's
come,
not fun.
I know, like it.
You sound like my assistant.
Yeah, that's my Russian accent. It's killer.
Okay, I know, but it doesn't look fun. Like it's a very like serious kind of accent.
You want to sing Russian accent serious or just accent?
Okay, I won't be able to, I can't match you here, buddy. Let's get on. What are we even talking about today? Or actually, it's actually quite a nice segue into what we're going to be talking about, because it used to be fun in dentistry. We used to have a nice time there.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that we're having that much fun anymore.
I hear all the time, and this is really the title of today's episode, this office used to be fun.
Yes.
Like I hear that a lot. I hear doctors say, hey, my assistant came over. I'll consult in offices and I'll speak to the hygienist. We're in the break room and she's like, tell me other. She's like, well, this place used to be fun. This office used to be fun. I used to like coming here, but now blah, blah, blah. So this episode is called This Office Used to Be Fun. And I want to break down
what happened?
Did it happen? Is it real? Is it not real? Is it psychology? I know one thing.
Is it across the board?
Is it across the board? So that was my way of segueing into this podcast used to be fun. This podcast still is fun.
I'm so sorry that I ruined it.
But imagine like if we were a dental office and everyone on Wednesday was supposed to talk with a British accent.
Okay.
That would be fun. But we wouldn't
do
do
British? I don't.
Because nobody would do it today.
Okay. I know. Well, there's a lot that's happened in this world over the past 5 years, I'd say, that might have contributed to it.
All right. Truth Serum, you run 2 practices in Vancouver that I am privileged to be a part of at this point in my career.
Yes.
Does this apply to us? Does the Emperor have clothing? Could you imagine Barb / Jer / Kylie coming up to you and going, this office used to be more fun.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if we go back, like some of the people that still work for me are like, we've been together a long time. So that's like pre-kids, or maybe I had a kid, but we were younger. We had more energy. We had more flexibility in our lives to be able to do fun things. I guess I made more reckless decisions in sticking.
So that so you're like saying we just got older, everyone just got busier?
Everyone got busier. You have one kid, you can kind of still get away for a weekend. Like we would do fun things like that. I took them to the GRC back when it was still GRC. We took a Hawaii trip. I mean, these were like impressive, like lifelong memories made with the team. And you had those elements to be able to fall back on when things got a little bit tough. Now there's just too many people. It's like fiscally impossible to pull off some of these moves. If you only take some people, then that kind of creates a rift. And, you know, there was a period of time not too long ago where the entire world shut down, and just being able to hang around people socially, it kind of changed. And I don't know that we bounced back.
So, okay, you brought up a lot of great points there. I really want to, let's dissect them one by one, because there was a lot there. So we're working with the following premise. You hear the staff saying, a dentist, remember, we have thousands of listeners.
Yeah.
A dentist hears this and goes, yeah, I've heard that. My staff has said that. This office used to be fun. And it really hurts when you hear that.
Yep.
Because you're trying to create a good work environment, and it does feel personal. And again, there's the knee jerk, you're just a toxic employee. But I'm like, is there some truth to it?
I think, you know, more than just COVID and like getting rid, I know that we're going to break down points, but if we think about how many more obstacles there are with respect to hiring people, like there's so many like areas that you're being pulled in terms of your bandwidth. You really don't have as much left to give at the end of it, nor are you in like a celebratory kind of mood.
Ever?
No, that is not the case. I'm imagining conversations had with colleagues. You have your finger on the pulse of like 5,000 docs. So we have a pretty good sample size to work from.
Right.
And there's a lot of people struggling. It's hard to be like, yeah, let's get away to RTR when I have a revolving door of employees. That used to be fun. That'd be something we'd all work towards, hit a certain number of case starts, etc. Whatever, you're working together as a team, that's fun. Setting goals, that's cool. And then at the end of it, you get to go on a wicked ass trip.
Okay, you said a lot of things. I really like it. Let me peel back. I wrote some notes. Okay. So we're working with the following hypothesis. A doctor hears this office used to be fun.
Yeah.
And it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts to hear that. It hurts. Yeah. It makes you feel bad. That's element one. So everyone, just if you've heard that, just know you're not alone. A lot of people are talking about that. A lot of people are saying that. Element two.
Yeah.
Is it true? So that's our first crossroad. Yeah. Is it true? Is it not? So you went right to it is true. And then you gave me 3 reasons why you think it's true. I want to break it down.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to that crossroads. Like, all right, you heard it. Great, cool. You're not alone. All right, is it true? Is it not true? I think you said right to true. Is it possible that people are just meaner nowadays, and that's just a convenient like way to knock somebody down a peg? Like kind of like when people say, everyone says this house used to look nice. Everyone says you used to give better hours. Like, is it just a way to knock people down? Are we just meaner nowadays? And this is like, hey, you know what a nice way to take a shot at this dentist is without getting fired? Yeah. Everyone said this place used to be fun. It's like such a passive aggressive thing.
It is so passive. I agree. Yeah. I hadn't really thought about it like that, but yes, people are. I think that happens with patients. I think that happens with staff.
Give me a percentage. So we're at a crossroads here.
Yeah.
Percentage, this actually is less fun versus this is just a takedown. And taking down people since COVID, whether reviews, whether just face-to-face, taking people down passive aggressively is kind of a fun thing to do.
Oh, percentage-wise? Ooh. I think...
Look into the sphere of the future.
I do think that it is not as fun, but there's so much that goes into that percentage base. So I do think I think people are mean, but I still put that as lower. I'd say 20% of people are mean, 80%, it's just not fun anymore.
I was thinking 70-30.
70-30, yeah.
Yeah, so we're aligned.
Yeah.
All right, so you hear this place isn't fun anymore. 75%, let's just cut our difference. That's true.
Yes.
It's true. This place isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
25%, they're just trying to take you down.
Well, yeah, and to go into the 75, it's not fun because you don't, like, I would say 10 years ago, the people that you worked with, they were like family and they were consistent and you weren't getting like the steady drop off of people and new people coming onto it. That all just feels not good. And it might be misplaced as not fun. And it is not fun. It's not fucking fun at all to have to rehire, retrain. It's an energy suck from the entire practice. It's mood kill. It says something about us that people don't want to stick around. So there's so much that gets packed into that 75.
Yes, I want to break it down because you brought up so many good points on it. I'm just going to go right to what you just said. 75% say this place isn't fun anymore. Number one reason on the board, bang, we're just going to do this Family Feud style. This used to be a family.
Yeah.
And because of the incredibly high rate of turnover now in dentistry, which is its own episode called Knock Knock Nobody Works Here. Yeah, no. Which you could see on our podcast, which we already did a few months ago. Like, because of the incredible rate of turnover, it's not fun. When there's a family aspect, when everyone's been here for 7 years, there's a family fun aspect. We all have private jokes.
Well, and you make the effort to do things together. Because I don't know, maybe because it was because we were younger and we had more flexibility, which I had touched on, in our schedules to be able to get together. But when you have that family sense, when you do have those inside jokes, when you do have that combined kind of experience and enjoy making those memories together, heck, it's
so I like it. So your first reason is this used to be a family / the problem is turnover. Turnover equals no fun.
Turnover, means energy suck, means less fun feeling.
Yeah, I want to go second one that you said now. When we started this practice 17 years ago, we were younger.
We were kids,
Younger, more flexibility, less kids, less time.
Less responsibility.
As we get older, as people in this office,
you have kids with
don't
activities.
Have as much time. So in other words, here's the question.
Yeah.
Our office is only 3 years old. They can't say that. This can only be said of offices that have grown older together.
Yes. Yeah. And that's my experience.
That's interesting.
And I do still have some of the core people around, and I love, I would take a bullet for these people. They're my OGs. We still don't see each other as much. We don't get to have as much fun outside of the dental practice. We do still have our inside jokes. We can laugh.
So this was written in the stars no matter what. We started this practice when we were 30. There was a certain amount of fun that could be had because our lives weren't as crazy. Now we're 45. Well, it goes.
No,
this was written in the sphere
of future. Walls.
This was going to happen no matter what. Has nothing to do with COVID. Has nothing to do with people being mean. Has nothing to do with the practice. This was, as you grow older, as a team, you are less fun.
Yes, but then I think maybe it'll come back around if you end up working past the years where, like, most people go on to have children. When you have kids that are of a certain age, they have tons of activities.
Yeah, no, I get it. Busy.
So there's a ton of busyness, and it has nothing to do with whether I'd like to spend the time with these people. I'd love to.
It's just everyone's lives are busier.
Busier.
When you're working together for a long time, everyone's lives are just a little busier. I could buy it.
Okay.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
The dental office is different than a normal company.
Yes.
Think about a company, right? A normal company, like, there's many people who are working, and there's levels of people.
Yep.
And there's a couple people at the top making it. But in the dental office, one person makes most of the money.
Yep. Bulk share. Yep.
Right? Like, no matter what happens, the dentist always makes the most money. It's not even close.
It wasn't the case for me when I first started out.
Okay. But does that jealousy come in? Does that make this a harder place to work? Does that make people hate you more? Resentment set in? Like, there's a pecking order, and it's just kind of like a weird basis. And like, okay, at first when you start, it's cute, but now we've been working our asses off together.
Yeah.
And yet one of us is just doing much, much better than everyone else. And even if you're a well-paying job, like one of us is just making most of the money.
I don't know. I've never had that exact statement thrown my way. And in fact, I've had people that I am close with on my team actually say, you know, I did a certain amount of schooling. There is a certain cap off point. I think it's easy to say those things. Maybe it's.
Does that explain why we have less fun? Because at a certain point, there's like a jealousy that sets in. We aren't.
I think it's possible. I think it's a human emotion. I think I get it. I don't know. It's not an easy conversation to have. I don't think that it'd be easy to get that feedback, but certainly could be on the table.
What about the fact that, all right, patient, staff sitting around, they're like, we used to have so much fun here.
Yeah.
And now we're not. 5 years ago, whatever, COVID, not COVID.
Yeah.
Is the work harder now than it used to be? Is all the technology we have, does it make the work harder? Are there more computers, more lists, more Google spreadsheets? Is the work harder now or 10 years ago? I
don't know. In different ways, I could probably argue it either way. I think our systems, like the systems, I think they're becoming a little bit more tight with time, which should in theory make things easier. I think the hardest variable of all is like the human component, whether it's patients. Like we have to deal with a lot of people. I used to have like one or two that if you saw them on a schedule, you'd be like, ugh, like I just know this is gonna hurt. And I got dozens at this point, and everyone in the practice feels that. And it's just like
is the work harder
as you grow,
now?
It's hard. It's harder to deal with hard people
now than it was 10 years ago.
I feel it more now. Maybe my capacity to take that on, or the bandwidth I have to give to it, is less because there's more on the go.
But I'm talking about the day-to-day activities of the team. Is it less fun because we work harder now?
You know what I will say? I will say that
at some point you used to have to put like x-rays in the machine, get them out, put them out. That doesn't seem like hard work.
It is. You know what's harder work?
What?
And it's back to a little bit of the same point before, because of the revolving door of some of the people on teams. For some people, it's their entire team, but I can imagine a couple people off our team, although we're in a steady state right now. When the rest of your team is having to deal with that, they're having to work twice as hard to make up for the fact that either you have a temp in.
Oh, I see. Like going back to that revolving door. We don't have a set team. There's always somebody down.
The people for you are always having to work a bit harder to make up for those deficiencies.
So would you say that now there's always some deficiency, either because we're open a spot or a person called out sick or they're out, and there's everybody in their daily work is working plus 25% because we're making up for somebody, or someone's new and it takes so long to get them trained.
And then you just end up,
Oh yeah, I like that. That really, so when somebody says, hey, this office used to be fun, you're like, yeah, it's less fun because we're all just doing, even though the x-rays are a little easier, there's no paper charts.
We're not
pulling things off a chart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get I'm not pulling charts off, but I have to see my patients and the hygienist patients because the other assistants /quit/ is not
didn't even show up today.
Back to the turnover.
So I really do think it's going to be like, it's going to surface in a few different ways.
Yeah, I do really like that. Okay, going out. So I think this office isn't fun. Well, I'm the dentist. I'm going to make it back to fun. We're going to turn back the clocks. How do we do it? First thing that comes up, let's go out to dinner as a family. Let's go out to dinner as an office. Let's go out for drinks.
Yep.
Let's get together on Saturday night.
Yeah.
It sounds like a great plan.
Yes.
Really, it causes more stress. I don't have a babysitter.
Yes.
Can my husband come?
My husband's pissed because
can he come? Then he's just sitting looking at everybody.
Yeah, we have a hard no policy for that.
Hard no policy on the spouses.
Because it ends up making everyone's in their own head and they're trying to keep their spouse happy and feel like they're involved.
On the phone, my mom's coming, she's late, my daughter needs me. The night activities, I think, every now and then I'm sure it's good, but I think they cause
almost never have 100% of you never have 100%,
which defeats the purpose altogether.
100%.
Like, well, she didn't come because I paid for a babysitter. Yep. How come she couldn't do that?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yet, how do we make this office more fun? We could just all come in and wear like yellow hats.
Are you right with the accents? I don't know. Maybe
we could come in with an accent.
Kira would love this.
And people will love it.
Yeah.
The patients will think it's cute.
Yeah.
You have a pretty good like Indian accent, I feel like.
I'm not doing
I've
this.
seen
I
yours.
grew up in Surrey.
Give it to us.
I'm not
Give
doing
it to us.
No.
Arya will kill it. Oh, we have a daughter. You think she was born in Mumbai?
She can come on. Yeah, no.
She is a white little girl.
No,
you think she's born in Mumbai?
No,
or New Delhi?
She does a Louisiana accent. You can't even place that.
She does Louisiana accent.
I will not be making an ass of myself.
I think you could do like a little.
Everyone knows that. Yes, I grew up in Surrey. I was like
people have never heard of
honorary
Surrey
brown.
Before.
Well, my people from
Show where Surrey is. Yeah, you're talking like a suburb of Vancouver. You say like I grew up in Surrey. Like I say I grew up in the Bronx.
I grew up.
Everybody
in the hood.
know what the Bronx is.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't grow up in the Bronx.
Many
I grew
people,
up in a upper middle class.
More people than you
Island.
know what.
I know
Surrey
now.
means. Okay.
How do we make this office fun?
I think, well, regardless of how hard it is, I think you have to keep trying.
You have to keep trying.
Yeah, I think you have to put yourself out there. I think you have to spend the money. I think, I mean, it is easier said than done. You have to make sure that the office managers, the people that are
your stakeholders,
they need to be present. I mean, I feel guilty here.
How do we make it fun? I'll tell you one way we don't make it fun.
Okay.
And now a word from this episode's sponsor. I know we swore we would not have sponsors, but the money was too good and we sold out.
This episode has been brought to you by Aspro Dental. These people are actually friends of ours.
Oh, they're the most lovely two ladies in the whole world.
I met Kimberly and Tiffany Nguyen.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Kimberly Nguyen is a dentist
Mm-hmm.
in California. Tiffany was her office manager / business partner extraordinaire.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't like using the big four.
No.
They built their own computer patient management software.
Cloud-based,
super intuitive.
Oh, everything within like 2 clicks, I think.
Yeah, Aspro Dental. They have sponsored our podcast, and they're a sponsor of today's episode. I will say this: when I met Dr. Kimberly, she came to Reengage as a doctor to learn Invisalign, and then she sat down with me and she's like, "Hey, I got a side hustle." I'm like, "Cool, let me hear about your side hustle." I'm always listening to dentists who have side business. She goes, "I wrote my own practice management software." I said, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Excuse me?" She's like, "Yeah, I wrote my own practice management software. It's more intuitive. It's easier for people to understand.
Really
and
is.
It's cloud-based, so you don't have a server. You're not going to get ransomed.
It looks good. It looks sleek. It functions well.
It has
I'm
everything
impressed
that
by
you
them
needed
every
under
single
one
time. Yeah.
roof." She went home. She met the Gallerites at our convention. Forward-thinking, tech-savvy dentist. She told Tiffany, "I met my people."
Yes.
The majority of the Aspro Dental users out there, they're Gallerites.
Yeah.
People are like, "I want a system
ACA.
simple."
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. If you ever hire someone new in the office and you feel like it's 3 to 4 weeks for them to learn your practice management software, how to sign in a patient, how to post she says, and I have it from Gallerites, from Michigan to Ohio to New York. My old partner, Dr. Riddles, uses it.
Amazing.
People everywhere use it. They go, "This is the most intuitive software I've ever seen."
Incredible.
Cloud-based, easy to install. They have
just great girls. Just
great company, and you're in on the ground floor.
Yes.
Full disclosure, I invested in it. I'm a part owner, very, very small part owner in Aspro Dental. Can't get more behind it than David Galler's dollars. So thank you for sponsoring this episode. Check out Aspro Dental. You can check it out on the AACA website. Sean will put up the link.
Are we sold out? Well, we sold out.
Everyone who's listening, one way you don't make this place more inclusive, one way we don't make it, do not have a meeting venting session.
A venting session. Okay.
You ever have like, "Hey, let's get everyone together. Let's really be a team here. Everyone just kind of talk freely. It's a safe space." It is not a safe space.
Oh, we're talking about like a Brene Brown.
What did she say?
Well, she had like getting into the arena with one another, like getting raw and real.
Yeah.
Don't take.
Don't get into arena.
Don't be honest.
I know a lot. Do not be honest, America. Yeah, I know a lot of offices that thought this would be a good idea. Every month we get together, we have this meeting so everyone can just clear the air, hash it out, burn bridges, and then build them back. That's the dumbest idea I ever heard. If you burn a bridge, by definition, you can't build it back.
Yeah,
it's
done.
burnt.
It's gone, and you just have to pick your lane. You got to pick your person or pick your people.
Would you ever drive over a bridge that was recently burnt?
No. Nope.
Don't have the venting session. You know what happens? I've been in some of these.
Yeah.
Shit, they go downhill quick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't.
There's one legit concern, like instruments aren't ready after lunch. Cool, that's a legit concern. She brings that up.
Yeah.
Hygienist is like, then she's like, hygienist, a lot of times you don't clean out your garbage at the end of the day.
Yes.
Did you know I go clean out all the garbages?
Yeah, and I mean, these are important things to know, but I think, again, the office managers, the whatever, people have their finger on the pulse of the practice. They know that these things are going on. You target it. And yes, keep away like the shitstorm of complaints.
Never have a venting session. I'm not saying people can't knock on your door and complain and you could fix things. Absolutely.
So
Suggestion box.
That is definitely a way to not fix it then.
If you want to burn your office down,
yes, do that.
Hold a venting session. It gets out of hand so quickly. I've never seen one that didn't end with somebody walking out or crying.
Yeah. Okay.
You ever seen a grown hygienist cry?
I've seen I'm a crier myself, and I've seen, I think, just about every person on my team.
Oh, how are we gonna save the office? Okay. I think if you want to create fun, or at least if you're not gonna create the fun, at least you gotta shoot that, because that dogma, this place used to be fun, that's toxic.
Yes.
That is toxic. True or not true?
Yes.
It is toxic. That word, that phrase.
It becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I don't like to work here. If I don't like to work here, I don't do good work.
What you become.
What? Yep. Yeah. Should I work harder? Should I work through lunch? No, because this place used to be fun.
Yeah.
That sentence, once you get in,
it's going to be real hard to get out.
It'll ruin your...
Yeah.
We got to fix it. I got an idea.
Okay.
So that we run a convention every summer. We've done it. We've been doing it for years. We're on our 7th year. It's called the Re-Engage Team Retreat. It happens in Las Vegas.
Yep.
Everybody flies out with their team to Las Vegas, and it is phenomenal.
Yeah, right down to the... I mean, I'm biased. I'm a big fan of yours, married you and such, but the Wynn is an exceptional.
It takes place at the Wynn Hotel.
It's so gorgeous. Like, it's just fun to be in there. It's fun to people watch. Like, convention aside, it's just amazing to be there. You're going to rub shoulders with, like, famous people.
Yeah, it's the nicest hotel in North America. It's the nicest hotel in Las Vegas. You bring your assistant there, somebody who's just maybe Marriott's been the top they've ever been to.
Yep.
And you're like, this is $750 a night, and I brought you.
Yes.
And then you're there. There's no way the team could come back and say, this office isn't fun. You have at least 12 months worth of, like, I call... bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Bullshit. Like, if I took you to the Wynn, forget about the fact that we learned clear aligners, we bonded as a team.
Yeah, no, just getting to know other people that are either going through the same stuff, learning new tips and tricks, whatever it is.
Look, turnover is a real problem. We're not going to solve that.
No.
But
you can't give up.
You can't give up.
Yeah, you can't give up.
And you can't work in a place where everyone's saying this isn't fun.
I agree.
I think offices should take a serious step. Like last year, I printed out the comments from last year's Re-Engage Team Retreat. We had 280 offices that came.
Yes.
Loved RTR, and my team is still in caps on a high from this amazing experience.
Yeah.
Best weekend ever there's another one. Best weekend ever for my staff.
I believe it.
I have never seen my hygienist and assistant speak, much less joking, laughing as they walk the Las Vegas Strip.
Oh, that's awesome. I love hearing these things. And we did what was the Amazing Race?
We did the Amazing Race.
The team.
Check out these pictures from the Amazing Race that Sean's going to put up.
That was freaking rad.
All we did is we made clues around the city, not hard ones. And then we said, you can't participate unless your team comes with the same t-shirt.
Oh, they looked, the creativity was, just even doing that, just pulling together to like come up with the creative concepts that they did. I mean,
I didn't think anybody was going to take part in it. I built this
we
amazing
didn't,
race
because
with
we
Steven,
didn't make them.
and I was like, I don't think anybody's going to take part with it. Not only did they take part in it,
they were like,
some people rented limos. They put on shirts.
The strategy, it was crazy. It was
they
awesome.
Had so much fun.
They really did.
Amazing race. The best fun our team has ever had.
Yeah, I 100% buy it. I witnessed it firsthand. It was crazy. We
Kelly
were one of the stops.
My team needed this in the worst way.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I don't oftentimes agree with you straight out the gate, but I would have to say, just having lived through it, I've been at all 7. I've been there with my team, parts of my team. You never don't come back. Like, you always have the time of your life, whether it's the parties, like all the different fun activities that you throw into it. Yeah, the learning school. Getting to be around people that are that fired up in general and just seeing that does such great things for you, not just immediately, but it lingers on. And you're like, wow, I'm a part of something freaking rad. Yeah. One, the AACA is cool, and it's just great to be around people that are like-minded and have that kind of positivity towards the profession. But you walk away, you're a better dentist, you're a better hygienist, you're a better assistant, office manager, whatever you are. And I firmly believe more committed to your team and just more jazzed about being a part of it.
How weird is it that the Re-Engage Team Retreat is designed to be a convention that helps your office do more Invisalign? That's what the education, that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's what my mission statement
has
is supposed
always
to
been.
Be. Bring your team so you can do more Invisalign. How interesting is it that it have evolved to my team? Invisalign, cool, we're scaling, whatever. We needed this.
Yeah.
We're back. We feel tight.
Yes.
We've sat together in the convention. We had fun. We laughed.
Ate well.
We ate well. We laughed. Doc here took us.
Yes.
Doc here treated us. Because I speak to doctors like, oh, it's so expensive to bring my team. I'm like, okay, I get it. Yes. Spend money to just live happy. Forget about making money.
Yeah.
Spend money to just be like, yeah, my team needed this.
Yeah.
Like we didn't know it.
Yeah.
But like you and I have taken vacations.
Yeah.
And I remember like 1 or 2 vacations in general. Like it took us 2 days into the vacation to be
just to be able to shut off and enjoy. Yeah.
And I've returned like, wow, we needed this.
Yeah.
Like to just get my mind to stop going.
Yeah.
I think this is a big thing. I want to push it. I'm going to pitch it.
Well, this is right up the alley of like right now. I'd say, fine, you're known as an Invisalign doctor, guilty as charged. But what you're really becoming is like the happiness doc.
Yeah,
talk to me about that. Well, just that. I think that's what you want your legacy to be. I think you've been in a privileged position. Just the way that you are, you naturally help people. So you've always kind of been that kind of support system. And I know it's super important to you. And you've seen, despite helping people, a lot of people struggle. So you like upped the ante a little bit.
I really think most dentists are unhappy.
I agree. And some, I think they fight it. They want to believe that they're not. But there's a lot of things coming at you at any given point in time. And I see you evolving as well. Our GRC to RTR, just even naming it something that's team-based versus just being like a big party for docs that are like-minded. You really are doubling down, tripling down, in fact, on just trying to make people happy again.
Yeah. This whole podcast is trying to make people laugh.
Figure out how to have fun. And yeah, this is going to kind of be one of our last hurrahs.
Yeah, like this is the last team convention the AACA is going to run. It, if you haven't heard, there's something called inflation, and everything costs more now, including eggs and hotel rooms and alcohol and AV. We can't afford, it's too small of an organization. We can't afford to run this again. This will be the last Re-Engage Team Retreat. So if you've ever thought about getting away with your team to a convention, which they learn clear aligners and iTarot and how to, vendors and stuff. This is it. But more just think about Kelly Smuddle's words.
Yeah.
We needed this.
Yeah.
Like this episode is called "This Office Used to Be Fun."
Mm-hmm.
And whether it's true, 75%, 25% not true.
Yeah.
We have 5 reasons on how that happened.
Yep.
I got one solution. Bring them. Bring your team to the convention. I can't promise they'll stay with you forever.
Yeah.
I can't promise you're going to make $1 million more. I promise this will be a better place to work come August, September, October, November, December. Ain't nobody on the team going to say to you, can you imagine the cojones come back from Las Vegas and November, I'm like, this place used to be fun. What would you do? I'd be like, let's see the video of you dancing in the Bellagio fountains. Because that fucking looked like fun.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're talking about real things on this podcast. Our office used to be fun is a shot in the, it's a shot to the dock.
Yeah, it really does.
What do you
feel
do?
Good.
I don't know, but Reengage Team Retreat, July 16th to 18th. You can find out more about it on the AACAaligners.com website. Reengage Team Retreat. Yes, you'll learn clear aligners. You'll learn 3D printing, which is a big thing this year. But mostly, your team probably needs this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You're struggling. I get it. This place is hard to work at when people are looking at you. Maybe they're jealous. Maybe we're just older. We have so many reasons why.
Yeah.
Turnover. Flip the script. You said it perfectly during the episode. Just don't give up.
Yeah. Don't. You can't let a few bad eggs or a few bad experiences deter you from getting back, course correcting, and getting your office back to being that fun place. It can be.
It can be.
It can be.
Just do something epic with them.
Yeah.
Make it continuing education so that it makes sense. Don't just take everyone, on a Hawaiian vacation that doesn't have any CE or any benefit to it. Then you're just paying people.
Yeah, agreed.
I love it.
Agreed.
Let's be real.
Let's be real. The words, "this office used to be fun," are a giant fucking red flag. If you hear that, it's a 5-alarm fire of toxicity, and you got to look in the mirror and do something about it. And it's not going bowling, because that just pisses people off having to leave their husbands, wives at night.
Let's be real. This convention that this man right here throws is literally hands down the most rad time that I've ever had. I have a million memories banked in my head with my team, whether it's matching bathing suits at the pool parties and whatnot, the bonding, the getting up to all sorts of cheeky things in Sin City. You're never going to stay at a nicer hotel.
Yeah,
it's
let's be real.
Exquisite.
This is the most VIP, nicest hotel, nicest convention.
Listen, it's your convention. You can't talk it up. I'm going to flex for you, my love. But this place, it is. It's off the hook. The rooms are incredible. The food is exquisite. And there's endless opportunities and a million activities to be able to do in addition to the CE.
Let's be real. I want to be remembered for making dentists' lives happier, not for my IPR technique.
I like that, David Geller. Let's be real. We are not young anymore. It's a little bit harder to have a good time because you're going to pay the price for it the day after.
Let's be real. David Geller can do many accents on many different continents and countries, which would make this podcast very much more fun.
What the actual fuck was that? What was that?
That was my accent.
That's your accent.
That
was that
me trying to be
Indian?
fun.
That was you trying to be fun? Okay. For the public, I would like to say
Fuck me, are you doing an accent now?
I'm going to do it. Don't make me get you. And I can even do the head shake too.
Oh my God, I love this.
Okay, is it turning you on? Okay.
No, but we have to reshoot this whole episode.
Everybody, I tell you, you cannot stop trying, okay? Okay, all right. You keep on trying to have the fun. All right, that is it.
We're going to get canceled.
I love you.
Thank you.
Why do you hold back?
I don't, because that's not actually that good of an Indian accent. I can't do it.
It's not. I thought it was great. I'd put you on South Park.
Because yours are so fucking awful. No, yours are absolutely fucking.
Let's be real.
All right, well, let's recap that episode. Listen to me clear, ladies and gentlemen of dentistry. If you hear somebody in the office say the following phrase, "This office used to be fun," wake up, that is toxic. Whether it's true or not true. We have a few reasons to think why it might be true. Just things happen. We're older. Life changes. There's more turnover in dentistry now. It's harder to work now than it was, maybe because of the turnover. Even if it's not true, it's just something says, it's something that can unravel this whole office and decrease everyone's happiness. What do? Do something epic. Like fly them to Las Vegas for the re-engaged team retreat, July 16 to 18 at the Wynn Hotel. You won't know it till you're here and you're all wearing matching t-shirts, having a cocktail at 5 o'clock and see Liam Neeson walk by. Like, until you have a shared experience, that's the best I got. Nobody, worst case scenario, you don't do any more Invisalign, you don't do any more scanning, nobody learns anything education.
That won't happen. Yeah.
Nobody can rightfully look at you in the face and go, this place used to be more fun. You'll be like, I just took you all to Las Vegas.
The end.
The mediocre dentist. The mediocre dentist. 'Cause sometimes you just feel mediocre. The mediocre dentist. The mediocre dentist. I am mediocre, you are mediocre. And that's not that bad.